Again, everybody, new kind of area. This is like a different corner of my room. The other one's too messy. I'm not resetting that up. But today I have a video that I've been meaning to do for a long time. The contest, I'm pretty sure, has already ended, so no real point in me voting, but I have the M&M flavors. Backwards. There we go. So these are the 3 peanut M&Ms that came out recently. They were the vote M&Ms. They were 3 new flavors. You have to vote to make a winner. I don't think the winner's been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure voting has closed. Let me see. It doesn't look like they have a date listed here for me to vote by, but I'm pretty sure it's passed. So the 3 flavors here are chili nut, which I was the most excited for, honey nut, which I think is fairly boring, and coffee nut. So I have these 3 flavors, so I figured I'd give them a try. I'm going to go with the one I'm least excited about first. I'm going to go with honey nut first because I was least excited about this one. So I'm just going to snip open. They smell like peanut M&Ms. They have a honey kind of color palette theme to them. They have kind of like burnt umber and yellow and brown M&Ms. Okay, so I'm going to go and try one of these. The flavoring is oddly smoky, I feel, on this one. It's definitely different from the normal peanut M&Ms. It's much sweeter overall, but I get this really kind of dry flavoring that I normally don't get with peanut M&Ms. So, you can see there's a peanut inside. Not a bad flavor. I like them a lot more than I thought I would, but they're not distinct enough from the classic peanut M&M to make me want that versus a peanut M&M. They're very similar. It's just a bit sweeter and has this odd smokiness to it, which isn't bad. It's different, but not something I would reach for. Next up, coffee nut. Coffee nut. Again, not taking any chances tearing open packages. I'm not getting M&Ms everywhere. Ooh, this one smells weird. It has that definite kind of dry, bitter, tannic coffee note to it, but it smells like something else too. Kind of like stores, like when you kind of go in and it has that kind of plasticky, processy, retail smell. It's like that in coffee. It's like a coffee house, like a commercial coffee house, like walking into Starbucks or something. Okay. These are kind of latte flavored. We have an off-white, a tan, and a dark brown. Similar to how similar to how, I got Oreos in the brain. Similar to how M&M's used to have a tan and a dark brown in their mix back in the 90s. Okay, so this is coffee nut. Definitely get the coffee flavor in there. Not as good as the cafe, I think they were the cafe mocha M&M's that came out this year. I think they might have been the Target exclusive flavor. Those were really good. Those were probably one of the best limited edition M&Ms I've had in the past 2 years. This just doesn't capture that same magic in a bottle. It has a mild coffee flavoring. It's sweet. The peanut adds a little bit of texture and flavor, but the peanut, I think, takes away from the coffee aspect. I think that the other ones were better, the limited edition coffee ones that didn't have the peanut. Again, great flavor, but I also worry this would kind of give you coffee breath too. It kind of tastes like coffee breath in my mouth right now, which is oh so appealing for you guys, but you're through a camera. You can't smell nothing. Then I have chili nut, which this is the one I was the most excited for. I love spicy chocolate. I think spicy chocolate is great, so I'm gonna sip it up. Doesn't smell that good. Kind of smells like fake plasticky and chocolate. Not really smelling too much else. So this we have a really dark red, a bright orange, and then a classic kind of cranberry red. So we got a little color mix here. So I'm going to pop one in. Tiny bit of heat. Just enough heat to kind of hit you on the sides of your tongue, a little bit back towards the throat. The throat actually is fairly intense, the heat, not as strong as it was Like the side of my tongues weren't as strong as the back of my throat. The back of my throat got hit pretty good. Whew. That's nice. This is spicier than I was expecting. Normally candy is played on the safer end with the spiciness. This is still on the safe end, but it's the higher heat point for the safe end. The only downside is the flavoring is just not all that great. I love the heat. The heat's really nice. But the flavoring, compared to the other two, is just meh. Like, the chocolate doesn't seem like it's that flavorful to me. And you kind of get more of the peanut, so it's more like just spicy peanut, which I'm not a big fan of actual peanuts. So that's not really an appealing combo for me. Really nice heat factor, but that peanut just is too strong for me. I would love it if this came back as a limited edition without the peanut. Like those kind of chunkier special flavors that they had. They're a bit thicker than normal M&Ms. That would be a lot better for me. So of the three, if I could vote, which is kind of a moot point by now, I'd probably honestly vote for the coffee. The coffee nut was pretty nice. I love the heat of the chili. I love this heat. I can still feel it in the back of my throat. But the flavoring just isn't all that great. The chocolate just gets kind of put to the wayside compared to the peanut and just the overall just heat, because the heat doesn't really have any flavor to it. It's just a feeling of the spiciness towards the back of your throat. All three flavors were better than I was expecting, so that was great, but I think coffee nut is probably going to be the one to win. I think that's a flavor that'll appeal to a lot of people. Chili nut I'd love to see without the peanut. Lose a nut, then we'll talk. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.